done anything on sublimation for a while, so I thought I'd bring another little video up. And what we're going to do here is make a boat flag. The flag on our boat, right here, it needs a little work. So this flag was originally 11 by 17, kind of stretched out and tattered up now, so I'm going to make a new one. So what I'm going to do is use some double-sided, or not double-sided. So what I'm going to do here is use some really heavy polyester, 100% polyester fabric, which should weather well. And I have my graphics already made up. Of course, this is mirrored. We're going to sublimate this onto the polyester, and then we're going to sew it together and put some webbing on the side and a couple grommets to make a new flag. Okay, so my original thought was to find the heaviest 100% polyester fabric I could find and then to sublimate on both sides of the same piece. However, this is a prototype here. Of course, this one here is just printed on one side. But this is, I found out that if I do, it bleeds through too much. You got too much color bleed or black bleeding through on the other side, and it doesn't look very clear. So therefore, I'm going to be using two pieces and then sew them together with obviously with these facing out, and then we'll put the webbing and everything on the side. But first I need to take this over and get it set up in the heat press. Again, this is a very heavy, it's the heaviest polyester I could find at the fabric store, and it has like zero stretch to it. So I'm pretty impressed with it. It should be fairly easy to sew. I'll probably be using two different machines. I'll use my brother to just sew the flag together. But when it gets on to putting on this heavy webbing and everything on the sides, I'll probably use my industrial machine that's in the house that we use for upholstery and that. So first I need to get this some fabric cut and get this set up on the heat press. Okay, over here at the heat press, always make sure you use a lint roller on your fabric before you sublimate to it, because if there's any little fuzzies or anything in there, or lint, you're going to end up with artifacts in your result. And I got some loose threads on that one. I also like to do a pre-press. It's not up to temperature yet, but it's getting close here enough that I can do a pre-press, and it flattens any wrinkles out in there, and etc. So you can see with that pre-press, it takes all the wrinkles and everything out. So now all I have to do is get my graphic laid on there. And we're almost up to temperature. Cut my fabric oversized. I'll cut it down to size once I get done pressing this before I sew it. Now I've got a little bit to go to get up to temperature. I'm going to go 375 degrees for 60 seconds on this heavy polyester. Okay, up to temperature here, so 375 degrees for 60 seconds. So medium heavy pressure. And there's our first side. Yep, sometimes that's off the smoke detector. Hate it when that happens. 1/4 inch allowance all the way around for sewing, and now my problem is I have every color thread except black in an outdoor polyester. So I guess I'm going to have to go to the fabric store and get some. So here we have a new flag for the boat, both sides. And I'll need to do a little teak oil on my flagpole here before we put it back on in the spring, but this here looks a whole lot better than this one did, whatever. So what all did I do here? Well, as you saw, it's a heavy polyester, the heaviest polyester I could find at the fabric store. And it's 2 layers, each one sublimated, they are sewn together. And there is a piece of 2-inch webbing folded over here on the top, and I did not sew this webbing on with this machine. I went down and used my industrial machine for that. This wouldn't even come close to sewing something that heavy. But got a nice new flag for the boat, easy to make, a good little wintertime project, something a little different in the line of sublimation, but other things I've done that we've used outdoors, I haven't had any problem with them fading. As far as the sublimation goes, and it's watertight, or not watertight, should say water fast, sun fast. Well, whatever. It holds up well. I've done quite a few garden flags and so on. So somebody might think, well, why can't I just use garden flag fabric for a boat flag like this? Because it is just way too thin, and it's not going to hold up. A garden flag, fabric on that in the wind and everything, you're lucky if you can get a year out of it outdoors constantly. This being on top of the boat and in the wind and out on the river, and it's going to be exposed to a lot of the elements, so I wanted to use good heavy fabric. So there's something a little bit different. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up, always helps the channel. I'm Roger in the loft above the shop, cold winter day, working on a boat flag. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.